Good afternoon to those who are listening. It is September 18th, 2018, 3:23 p.m. And I am so mad. I cannot believe what these people are doing to me. All right, first off, I contacted legal aid. I finally got through to legal aid. I've tried so many times for the past month to get through to these people. I don't know what happened, but now it went through right away. Got to somebody, did the intake application, actually talked to a lawyer, and got a lot of great advice. And yesterday, when I was sick and suddenly was sick and couldn't do nothing, I was going to do that 7-day notice, give it to him. Thank God I didn't. She told me some things, and I just think that was God maybe interfering. I mean, I hate to say that God would make me sick on purpose, but it saved me from doing, serving that 7-day thing. So she told me that when I do that 7-day notice, that they have 7 days to remediate the problem, or I'm terminating the lease. That means I have to move everything out of that apartment immediately after that. So it's a good thing I didn't do that yet. So now I'm probably going to have to pay 1 more month of rent and the electricity, and that's going to totally wipe me out. I'm probably going to have to borrow some money for that, for the rest of that. Jeez, this is awful. And then, I was just talking to this lawyer, and she told me all the things to do and everything. So I have to do this correctly. So I also have to call Section 8, which I called them, and of course I got the answer machine, but I told her everything that's going on. The lawyer says legally that they, if I cannot live in there, if I can show proof that I can't live in there for health reasons, they have to find me another apartment on Section 8. They cannot refuse. And she told me if they refuse, if they give you problems, call her back because it's against the law. So they should move me to a new place. Problem is, I don't have any money for a deposit. I'm not going to have any money for rent, nothing. So I don't know how I'm going to even do it financial-wise. I mean, I need to do it because I can't live there. But I don't know. And I hate to have to do a fundraiser. I never want to ask people for money. That's the one thing I always said I would never do. But I don't know. Maybe I'm to that point. I don't know. I just still don't want to do it. And let's hope that God can provide for me somehow, some way, without having to ask other people for money. But anyway, here's what happened today. I couldn't believe it. I've noticed that since last Thursday, Friday of last week, my mailbox won't lock. And I'm like, what in the world? So I haven't been getting any mail for like 5 days now. So I went there today, and same thing, it was just unlocked and there's nothing in there because they won't put the mail in there. The mail lady was there. So I asked her, what's going on with this mailbox now? And she says, by law, they can't put any mail in the mailbox if it won't lock. It's not secure. So I'm like, well, where's my mail going then? She says, in the office. I was like, what? I mean, I wanted to just scream, but, ugh. So I'm going to tell you guys something. And I think they did this. I looked at the lock inside of the mailbox, and I'm looking at it, and, it has a thing that extends out. And for some reason, it's like all pushed in. And I know it's been tampered with. So I know that they did it themselves. They're holding my mail hostage. The legal aid lawyer, she told me, watch your mail. She says they're going to be, if there's any sensitive mail, that's related to this property or me, doing the lawsuit and all that they're going to try to, if anything, just try to see if I'm doing anything about it. Well, now they're holding my mail hostage. Who knows what they're doing with my mail? They could be throwing stuff in the garbage. They could be looking through my mail. I don't think they're opening my mail. I would hope not. That's against the law. But what they're doing is against the law right now. And it just makes me so mad. So here I haven't been getting mail for 5 days. And I thought it was weird that I wasn't getting any mail suddenly. And I don't even know what mail I got. So now I have to go to the apartment and face them and say, what in the world is going on with this now? So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my camera and I'm going to record this whole conversation. She's already refused to do it, but I'm going to say, who cares? Screw you. I'm recording you because you're You guys are doing this crap to me on purpose. And it's crap. It's BS. It's not right. And it's against the law what they're doing. I asked them nicely just to move me to a new apartment. They refused to do it. So now they're going to have the full wrath of this lawsuit coming on them. I'm suing for the full amount now. I was just going to sue for, I don't know, $3,000 just to cover everything, my expenses and everything. But now I'm going for all of it now. I mean, $5,000 isn't even close to covering what they've done to me with all the, the hospital bills and me going through all the ERs, with my health. And then, just the emotional distress of me having to not live there and go somewhere else. And then me living with my sister and having problems with that. It's just a nightmare. It's a nightmare. So please pray for me still. I'm sorry to keep asking for prayers, but this is a big process and I don't know how long this is going to take. I'm just praying that I can get out of there and somehow get some money. This phone number always calls me every day. Usually it's in the morning though, 9:30 in the morning, every morning. And then every time I answer, say, hello, hello. It's just dead air. And then they hang up on me. Hello?
Hello, may I please speak with Judy Winenberger?
This is not her number.
I'm sorry, I'll remove the number then. You have a wonderful day today.
Thank you. Wow, they actually said something this time. It was from my mom. Why are they trying to contact my mom through my number? Anyway, sorry about that. So, I just pray that this gets fixed as soon as possible. Whenever I give them that 7-day notice, I have to have all of my stuff out of that apartment the day after. Or they can come back on me and say that you didn't remove all your stuff out of the apartment and then evict me, and then I would lose the lawsuit. So it's a good thing that I did get sick yesterday because I was going to serve them their notice and I wouldn't have been able to get all my stuff out. And now I got another problem. Where am I going to put my stuff now? My sister does not want it in her house. So, and if I can't afford to rent a storage unit, it's just becoming a big nightmare. And I'm getting further and further behind. And I don't know how I'm going to get out of this hole. I'm sorry to throw all this on you guys, but it's mainly for documentation. She said, when I told her that I was taping everything, I was recording everything, mainly with videos. She says, get some pictures too. I can easily get still shots from those videos, so that's no problem. She says, document as much as you can, and that's what I've been doing. So that's one thing is I'm glad I've been doing all this documentation. Before I thought, if I put all that, it's gonna make me look good, but screw them. They're the ones who are doing this. And I'm thinking that there might be a leak. I think I put it in the last video. I think there might be a leak in the wall with the pipes. I hear water running all the time and dripping. So I'm thinking there could be something behind the walls. And there's no way I'm going to tear down a wall to try to find it, but I know they're not going to do nothing about it. So I don't know. She also told me, if I can get people in there to test everything and check things out, but I can't afford that. There's no way. She says, put your rent in an escrow and refuse to pay them the rent. And then, puts it in escrow, and whoever wins the lawsuit gets that money. Well, I'm going to get a lot more than just the money that I'm holding. Come on. I don't know. Just makes me so mad. I'm already been through so much already with all this health problems. And I felt twice that I was dying. I really thought I was going to die. But they don't think it's serious. That I already had a pre-existing health condition that's doing all this to me. Well, then why is this pre-existing health condition only happen when I'm in that apartment? So I'm glad I got all that recorded. And it's all on this from day one when this happened. I moved in there. 2 days later, I got sick. They fixed the mold problem. A couple days after that, I got sick again after the medicine ran out. And it just keeps happening and happening. 6 times. 3 hospital visits, 3 emergency room visits, and there could have been more because I was going to go a couple other times, but then I held off and I just left the apartment and got better. So this is a bunch of crap, and I just pray to God that this all gets solved quickly and I can find a new place that's actually livable in. That's all I'm asking, is a place that I can live in without having health problems. So that's so much to ask. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing.